Santa smells. I heard Rudolph is gay. Hi, everybody. I'm just popping on to wish everybody happy holidays, happy Hanukkah. Is it today or is it yesterday, the first day of Hanukkah? And today is Tuesday, okay. And Merry Festivus for the rest of us. But I say Merry Christmas because I am Christian, and many of you are. And I do hope it'll be a good Christmas for everybody. I just finished my 1 hour long domestic violence awareness Zoom group. And plus I had an hour phone call with my counselor earlier. Because you know the parasite that I allowed to stay here was very abusive. But I have a history of it, unfortunately, in my past. The ex-husband was an abusive narcissist. I didn't even know what that was back then, but thanks to YouTube, and I learned a lot. So, of course, his family, think nothing's wrong with him. But anyway, and it's just difficult for a lot of us, around the holidays, trying to remember in happier times, when times were good. I'm blessed. I got wood for the wood stove, so I'm not freezing. Keep the water trickling at night if it's going to be below freezing. I have a space heater in my bedroom and an electric blanket from Dory Did It. She sent that a few years ago. Bless her heart for that electric blanket and a space heater. So I'm okay, and this room is nice and warm because I've got a small space heater in here from Dory Did It. It's a fan, blows out regular fan or warm air. So I've got it on warm air. But I will be starting the wood stove in a while because I think the temps are going to dip down very low tonight. So, and the cats have an electric blanket too, even though they've got fur coats. I got a premier yarn haul that I wanted to share it with everybody. I gotta tell you, I was trying to do some amigurumi. Now, I don't really do amigurumi. And my friend had sent me an adorable pattern of a cat. And you gotta do the 4 legs first and stuff the legs. And I'm thinking, oh, this is easy. You do the legs and make the body and sew the legs on. No. And it was really complicated. You're supposed to do the leg, crochet the legs on after they're all done. And I just was having so much trouble with the instructions. I said, okay, I guess this one's not for me. I said, but I wanted to make a cat for my neighbor's little girl. They love animals. They got cats. They got dogs. She's a groomer, professional groomer. She'll board dogs too in the backyard. She's got a nice kennel and stuff for them. And I thought for the baby, she's I guess 6 years old now, maybe 6 or 7. But she's the baby of the family. And we all love little Emmy. She's just adorable. And I wanted to make her a cat. So I'm going with a loaf cat. So this is what I managed so far. The whole week was terrible. I had startitis. I tried making this, tried making that. Nothing was working out. It was like I never crocheted before. It's frustrating. So anyway, I found a pattern. I don't remember the pattern maker's name offhand, but it's a love cat. And the ears are crocheted in as you're doing it. And I ordered, here. I ordered the eyes from Amazon. And then I just do a little X for the nose. I might even put a little pink felt tongue there. We'll see. There's his two little stumpy legs. He's a loaf cat. And then you make the legs in the back and start decreasing, and then you make a tail and then sew the tail on, which I'll do, that I can do. And I think, did anybody remember seeing this online where they had these jewels, these baubles that you could hang from your cat's tail or your dog's tail to cover up their butthole? I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. I said, what cat would tolerate that? But there was a couple that did. But I'm like, so you don't have to look at the dogs or cats' yucky butthole. Buttholes, we all got one. So instead of a butt, I'm going to put a sparkly thing on this cat's butthole. I'll put a sparkly bauble. And the eyes are kid friendly, they'll make sure they're well attached. Well, she's 6 or 7. She's old enough to know better not to chew stuff off the toys, I would think. But so that's what I've been working on, a loaf cat. And then the thing is, I got the Premier yarn order today. And as usual, I forgot exactly what I ordered. I do know they had a good sale. I think it was like buy one, get one free. Can't resist that. I didn't even know yet what I was going to make, but I opened the box 2 minutes ago and I see something that looks so pretty, and I see why I bought it. Look at these colors. Can you see the gorgeous colors? Oh my gosh. This is called Premier Fable. Fable. Oh, this is pretty. This is not a lot of yards, only 131 yards. But it's a bulky, either a bulky or a super bulky. But the colors, so gorgeous. So I think, I'll be doing a lot of loaf cats this Christmas. So you'll get a loaf cat, and you'll get a loaf cat, you'll get a loaf cat, and you'll get a loaf cat. Loaf cats for all my friends. Oops, my hearing aid's falling out. Ruh-roh, I hate when that happens. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm only going to be able to hear half of myself. Here it is, tangled up in my hair. My long, beautiful hair. And look, Diane Major, I'm not wearing caterpillars. These are my real... Not wearing caterpillars on my eyes. But we lose hair as we grow older. And we lose eyelashes. Because when I was in high school, junior high, I had very thick, lush lashes. And I had other kids, they weren't fake eyelashes. Had one kid tugging on my eyelashes. But, they've thinned out over the years. I can't get the starting hearing aid on my ear. It's funny, we get older, we lose hair in some places and gain hair in others. Oh my God, did I ever tell you that story? My little friend Melissa and I were in my apartment, Mom and Dad's apartment, and we're crawling around underneath the dining room table just playing, and my mother was sitting there. It was summertime. She's wearing flip-flops, or zoris, we used to call them zoris, and I got a glimpse of her toes, and I realized she had hair on her toes. And I pointed it out, and me and Melissa now, we're two little girls, and we're hysterical. She got hair on her toes. Ah, ha, 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 ha. My mother, with her sage motherly advice, said, just wait. Someday you'll have hair on your toes. I'm like, oh, no, that's gross. Not me, Mommy. No, no. Well, she was right. I can't get this in my ear. What the heck? There is an ear under here. Hold on, bear with me, folks. Excuse me for having technical difficulties. Do 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 do. Wait a minute, it's got to be another way to, here we go, approach it this way. I think I might have it. Do 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 do. Ah, got it in. Ah, that's what he said. Couldn't resist. That was a he said joke. So anyway, we've got Fable, which is gorgeous. And I may actually have a plan. Maybe I had a plan for this one because I bought, I think, 6 of these. Am I going to have enough yarn to make a sweater? Like a hexacardy? But again, buy one, get one free. I had to. Had to do it. 380, 180, 131 yards. Premier Fable. I love Premier yarn anyway. I love it. One of my favorites is that they make this roll with it sparkle. I mean, that just makes the prettiest shawls. And I love anything that sparkles. But this Premier yarn is just gorgeous. So I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 131. I hope I have enough to make maybe MJ's off the hook, her cardigan. The last one I made, it's below my knees. It's long. And I'm going to have to add long sleeves to it. So it's more like a spring coat than a cardigan. Oh, we got another Fable. A loose one. Okay, and what else did I get? And you know what? I didn't use a credit. Well, I use a Firm or Klarna. I'm so glad they have other options since all my credit cards are maxed out. Oh, then I got this stuff. This was on sale. This because you can pair this up with other things and give it sparkle. Make it bougie. Isn't it pretty? So these are on sale. This is like a one weight or a lace weight. What's it called? It is called Cotton Gold by Regatta. I need glasses in order to see. You know, since I had cataract surgery, I do have 20/20 vision now. No more contact lenses unless I want to buy colored ones because those are fun. I used to have blue eyes for years. People didn't know I had brown eyes. But, yeah, you know, now I can go to sleep and not have to worry about falling asleep in my contact lenses like I used to do. Okay, 60% cotton, 275, 27% pallets, and 8% glitter yarn. And how many yards is it? Color 102. And they make this stuff really tiny. Oh, wait. I just happen to have a magnifying glass handy. I'm at that age now. If I don't wear my glasses around my neck, I'll wear a magnifying glass. Right? Here we go. It's in here. I got it from Temu. Where else? I'm a Temu addict. All the Temu addicts, raise your hands. I'll have to start a group. Hi, my name is Christy, and I am a Temu addict. Hi, Christy. Everybody get up and tell their story. Here we go. Oh my gosh, there was a whole bunch that did not record. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, software. I don't know what part you didn't see. This is like when I was dating this guy and he would forget parts in the night, and I'd ask him, well, what don't you remember? He could never make sense out of it. What do you mean? If I don't forget something, I said, well, tell me the parts you do remember. We'll figure out what parts you don't remember. To me, it made sense. Tell me what you don't remember. Does that make sense? It made sense to me. Then again, a lot of things make sense to us women that don't make sense to men. So I've gotten 1, 2, 3. I think I said I had 6 of these. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is Maize Shimmer, 246 yards. So 6 of those, yeah, should be able to make another Dee Dee poncho. I really like the Dee Dee poncho by Dee's Creative Hands Crochet. It's an easy poncho and it works up pretty quick. And I just love it. And I've already made 2 and I'll probably make a 3rd and a 4th. And oh, this is what I showed you. I don't know if you saw it, the Fable. Premier Fable. Look at the colors. Is that gorgeous or what? Ooh, pretty. So I was telling you about the love cat, right? That I want to make for the little girl next door. And then I said, that I'm going to be doing a lot of loaf cats, and you'll get a loaf cat, and you'll get a loaf cat, and you'll get a loaf cat, and everybody gets a loaf cat, in case you missed that part. Shades of Oprah Winfrey. I can't afford Volkswagens, but I can afford loaf cats. What else did we get? Yes, Bernat blanket. No, this I've already had. That's what I'm making a loaf cat with. I got this sparkly stuff that you run along with another yarn to give it some sparkle, because this is like lace weight or one weight. And it's 200 yards. I'm disgusted with this stupid camera. I don't know what part will stop recording, so I'll have to watch the video all over and see what part am I missing. Or maybe I'll just have to start from the beginning and do it all over again. The Fable, this is really pretty. I think I got 6 or 7 of these. So that might be enough to make a nice cardigan by MJ's Off the Hook. I don't know, or a hexi-cardi maybe? There's so many great patterns. It's unbelievable, but I really was having such a difficult time this week for some reason. Like I was a beginner crocheter. I couldn't get that one amigurumi pattern. So I said, well, I found an amigurumi cat. I said, I think I can do that. These are crocheted in, so are the little nubbies. It's a loaf cat. And that's, I forget who that one's from, but there's another pattern out there for a loaf cat. I'm going to try that pattern too. Because, yeah, they will make cute gifts. My handyman's got his baby's probably about 1 year old now. Make his in, baby colors. So I don't know what I forgot to tell you. What don't I remember? It just bumped me out again. And it'll say, UCAM has found a new camera, UVC. Do you want to use it? I'm like, yes, I want to use it. And then there's a whole bunch of time where it wasn't recording. I'm just yakking away like usual. Oh, well. Poop happens. Oh, I think I mentioned, I don't know if you guys remember, but I don't know, some years ago, somebody came up with a quote invention, a novelty thing. You can hang this around your cat or your dog's tail, and it was like, a big sparkly bauble, little sparkly bauble, to cover up the cat's butthole or the dog's butthole. Well, guess what? The only thing I can think of is maybe the software needs updating, because it generally does not give me a problem, and the software is not cheap. I couldn't afford it for a month. I had to wait. I am using UCAM and Power Director, getting in the Christmas spirit, as you could see, Christmas decorations. And, oh yes, I was talking about the bauble that you could put on your cat to cover its little butthole. And for your dog too. I'm like, well, I'm going to do that with the loaf cat. I'm going to put a bauble where its butthole is, or hang one from its tail. I just think it's the funniest thing. And somebody actually made money selling them. Duh. It's like the pet rock. Remember the pet rock? The guy whoever thought of packaging a rock and calling it pet rock made $1 million. Duh. So, it's like, why didn't I think of that? I should have had a V8. So anyway, I wanted to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah to my Jewish friends. I'm Jewish by injection. My first husband was a Jew, and I was married by a rabbi. So we did a traditional Jewish marriage, but he was not a good Jew. He wasn't a practicing Jew. He was a bad Jew. He was the stereotyped kind of Jew that people don't like. So that marriage only lasted a couple of months. I'm like, I had done a rebound off the man I truly loved. I rebounded, and I'm like, oops, what was I thinking? So I don't count him as a marriage. And then the second marriage was an abusive narcissist who only used me and my dad for what he could get from us, and he gambled away over $55,000 in 2 years. $28,000 of that was my dad's money. Once he found out I was power of attorney, I got the silent treatment for 3 days. The house was very tense because he wanted that money. And he kept saying, it's money in the bank. I promise you, I'll pay you back. It's money in the bank. It's money in the bank. I even had him sign a receipt, which of course disappeared. Of course. So yeah. And I feel like I let my dad down, and I have to live with that. So, but that was because we were still kind of newlywed, and it was very traditional in the way I wanted to please my husband. But you cannot please a narcissist, I've learned. So I do counseling usually once a month. I do Zoom meetings, and I do weekly phone calls. The man that I let stay here for a few months, the parasite I call him, that's an absolute perfect example of a narcissist. And they take advantage of people like me that have loving and giving hearts. They're out to use you, not to give. They want to take. They're all takers. And I've always been a giver. And, so I've learned I have to set boundaries. Now my boundaries are stay single. I gave up the man I truly loved, which was the biggest mistake of my life, but I've made a lot of mistakes, so you know what? By the time I get it together, I'm falling apart. But I'm glad I got to at least show you some happiness, some beautiful colors of yarn that I got. This is my joy. This is my addiction, is yarn. I did get my Tom Care storage unit all put back together. No, of course you can't. Can you see it? Let me see. I'll just spin the camera around. Ooh, there it is. I got my dollies on top. There's my baby dolly. There she is, my newborn baby. Right there. I bought little blonde bangs off of Temu. They're bangs. And I put that on her head. Give her some hair. Get me back around. There we go, sort of. Whoa. Hang on. Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat. Can't take me anywhere. Anyways, thank you for coming by and listening to me babble, and making a goofball out of myself. If I made you smile, that made my day. That's all I want. Share the joy of yarn. We are all yarn addicts, and a lot of Temu addicts. I'm not alone. I love my new Temu hat. Bad hair day, just throw this on, man. Before you know it, you're a glamour model. Vogue. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming by. Share me out. I could use a few more YouTube friends. Go to Dee's Creative Hands Crochet and check out her Dee poncho. Also, if you go to any of her older videos and watch the video and then type in enter me, she's having a contest and she's giving away a knitting machine and some other really great prizes for all the people that write enter me in her older videos. I don't want to win anything. I don't mind watching the videos. I love Dee. I'm not writing enter me. I don't want to win anything. I have everything I need. I am blessed. I am blessed. I have more yarn than any one person should have. And then I got more yarn. So I can't tell my friend because she'll chew me out. But I enable her too, you know. We try not to enable each other, but when they have a sale like buy one, get one free, I'm sorry, it's got my name all over it. So, who knows? I think I have something coming from Michael's, too. Ooh. And I do have the Amazon, the kawaii eyes. They're like anime eyes. They're really cute. And they're 18 millimeter for my loaf cat. He's going to have a little X for a nose. Maybe I'll give him a little pink tongue. And he'll have those really pretty eyes. And this is going to be great for kids. And who knows? Don't be surprised if you get a loaf cat in the mail one day. Out of nowhere. You'll know it came from Yarn Barf. So everyone, thank you so much. I did get 2 Christmas cards already. I got one from Crystal, the Yarny Chicken Crazy Cat Lady. Thank you, Crystal. And one from Michelle Plays Hooky. Thank you, Michelle. And it came with stickers, too. That was so nice. Would you believe I had won stickers from Mara at Mindfully Crocheted? And they had Yarn Barf on it. You know, I've been having a lot of trouble with people breaking in here. And they stole the stickers. What earthly good are these stickers with my channel name on it? Good to those people. That's just being hurtful. That's being mean and hurtful. They're just sociopaths. So I attract bad people like, I don't know, I'm a magnet for bad guys. I've always been a magnet for bad guys. I was supposed to tell the local cops, you want to find the bad guys, to stick around me. I attract them like bees to honey. Because they know a sweet person, they know a good person, a good-hearted person, and they're takers, and I'm a giver before you know it. So, I'm not being taken anymore. So I'm really grateful for my YouTube friends. Oh, did I tell you about my blessing on Thanks for Thanksgiving? I was at Food Lion. First, I went to the pawn shop because it's kind of low in the bank account, and so see if I could scrape up a few dollars. Then I went to Food Lion, and I had my United Healthcare Healthy Benefits food card. So I was going to get, the turkeys, of course, were on sale. I got the stuffing, I got everything I needed. But the turkey, and I just wanted a breast, just a turkey breast. I didn't want a whole turkey, it's just me. So, but I was scanning it with my product scanner, and it wasn't in the United Healthcare catalog. And this lady came over, she says, do you need some help? And as I'm digging through all these 30-pound turkeys, they're frozen solid. My fingers are getting frostbitten. I'm just trying to find a turkey breast that's reasonably priced and scan it with my phone. And she was so sweet. She came back a few minutes later. I said, you know, I guess I'll just have to content myself with a Marie Callender frozen turkey meal for Thanksgiving. You know, hey, it could be worse, I said. Anyway, she came back a few minutes later. She said, honey, don't you worry about it. She grabbed one of the frozen turkey breasts. She says, we're going to buy this for you. My hand flew to my face because I knew I was going to be breaking out into the ugly cry, which I did. I went, I don't have to do that. I started crying in the store out of gratitude. These sweet people to do that for me, a total stranger, and they were an older married couple, and I'm in the electric riding cart, you know, because I can't really walk very good, and I just like, and so I was able to get the stovetop stuffing, cranberry jelly, I got a pumpkin pie and a pecan pie, I got Cool Whip, I got a couple yams, I got everything I needed to have a traditional Thanksgiving dinner, which I did. And thanks to those people, beautiful souls, God bless them. May their blessing to me be returned to them threefold. They gave me, I got a turkey breast. Don't know their names or anything. She hugged me, hugging each other, and she's like, oh, sis, don't you cry. She says, you're worth it. You are worth it. And her husband said the same thing. And the store clerk walked by, and he heard them say that, and he goes to me, and you're worth it. Trying not to giggle, you know, on the outside, but I just thought that was cute that he says, and you're worth it. So that God bless those people. There helps to reinforce my belief in humanity that not all people are bad. Just I've got some bad ones that keep breaking in when I leave the house, but they don't realize the law is on their tail. They really don't. They think they're going to keep getting away with it, but they're not. And then when it hits them, they're looking at serious jail time. In the meantime, I'm okay. I'm not going hungry. I've got wood for the wood stove, space heater, and an electric blanket. Thanks to Dory, did it a few years back. She sent me that, and then I'm going to be okay. And I'm just very grateful for the blessings I do have. I remember when I was homeless and living in a truck, and a displaced homemaker. Been through some rough times, and the first holidays without loved ones, or it can be very difficult. People who have lost a loved one or their pets. The first Christmas, the first Thanksgiving, the first birthday. Tomorrow is my daddy's birthday in heaven. My daddy, and I was a daddy's girl. And he used to say to me, when I die, he says, there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. I was like, oh, Daddy, don't talk like that. But he was right. He was right. When he passed away, 1 week after Princess Diana got killed, and I was just gotten divorced. I just got in a place to live. The job I was promised wasn't there. Felt they did not give me the job, which is why I moved to where I moved. All these things, one after another, and then Daddy's in the hospital, and he passed away. So, that was real. I think I got drunk for a month and stayed drunk. When I finally came to my senses, I couldn't wear any of my clothes. I was living on vodka and Little Debbie snack cakes. And crying, just crying. The first year was the hardest. I couldn't say my dad's name. I couldn't look at a picture of him. There's a first Christmas without my daddy, and first birthday, yes. And he was born at home with a midwife back in 1917. So they didn't have birth records on him. So, and when he went to the hospital, I guess to register, they said, oh, well, it's the 18th. You were born on the 18th. No, he was born on the 17th. But I think his birth certificate said the 18th. So I would every other year I would compromise. I'd say, today's the 18th, Daddy. It's your birthday. I don't want you to think I forgot your birthday. And Mommy probably clued him in already. Your daughter's got your birthday present, but she's waiting till the 18th. And then the next year, it would be the 17th, which was his actual date of birth. She was born at home. Things are a lot different back then. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you for coming by and spending some time with me. I do appreciate it. I go live, but I don't have StreamYard. It used to be free. StreamYard used to be free for 10 hours. What happened? So is there another way to go live? Because I'd like to do that. And I can use my Alexa. We could do a giveaway with Alexa, have her pick a number or something. I've got yarn to give away. Not the new yarn, but I've got lots of other yarn. So anyway, or I'll send you a love cat. You get a love cat, and you get a love cat, and you get a love cat, and you get a love cat. Everybody gets a love cat. Merry Christmas. Love to you all. Love and blessings. Don't forget the reason for the season. Thank you.